Hello, I'm Shinya, a licensed psychologist in Japan specializing in Zen and psychology. Today, I'll be unraveling the ancient wisdom of Zen from the perspective of cutting edge psychology and neuroscience, and sharing how it can dramatically transform the quality of your life. When you hear the word Zen, do you imagine rigorous training and religious rituals? In fact, research institutions around the world, including Harvard University, have now scientifically proven that Zen techniques, mindfulness, can change the structure of the brain. Today, I'll explain Zen techniques that can eliminate anxiety and improve concentration, combining the psychotherapy knowledge I use in my counseling sessions with reliable evidence from overseas. It's not complicated, just listen to it as a form of brain training you can start today. First, why does Zen have a mental effect? It's not a matter of mindset, but rather physical changes in the brain. According to a study published in Scientific American, meditative practice calms activity in a part of the brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is like a fire alarm, sounding an alarm when we feel anxious or fearful. Zen practice normalizes this sensitivity and instead strengthens the prefrontal cortex, which controls reason and focus. In other words, Zen trains the brain to be less prone to anxiety. Furthermore, a study in Harvard Health has shown that this practice can combat insomnia and improve sleep quality. Have you ever had trouble sleeping because your thoughts just won't stop? That's because your brain is in an excited state. The Zen approach can be a powerful, natural sleep aid to calm this excitement. So, what exactly should we do? You don't need to go to a temple. Let's start with the basic principles of adjusting your body, posture, and regulating your breathing, as outlined on the official website of the Japanese Soto Zen sect. Today, let's try the simplest form of counting breaths recommended by the Western Buddhist publication Lion's Roar. 1. Adjusting your body. You can remain seated. Straighten your back and relax your shoulders. 2. Regulating your breathing. Breathe deeply and slowly. 3. Setting your mind. This is where you use counting breaths. Count each breath. Inhale 1. Then 2. Count to 10 and then start again. How was it? Along the way, you probably had distracting thoughts like, what should I have for dinner tonight? That's okay. The important thing is to notice the distracting thoughts and return to counting your breaths. This process of noticing and returning is the muscle training that strengthens the prefrontal cortex I mentioned earlier. Now, I'll give you some professional advice as a licensed psychologist. There's a modern psychotherapy called ACT, Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. As explained in Very Well Mind, this is a scientific psychotherapy based on the Zen spirit of acceptance as it is. When negative emotions arise, do you try to suppress them by telling yourself, I shouldn't be thinking this? In fact, Zen has a concept called Q, emptiness. This doesn't mean nothing, but rather, everything is fluid, not fixed. In psychology, this is called cognitive diffusion. It's a technique for separating yourself from your thoughts. For example, instead of thinking, I'm a terrible person, you objectively recognize, right now I'm having the thought, I'm terrible. As Psychology Today points out, the Zen approach of focusing on the here and now separates us from regrets of the past and worries about the future, enhancing our well being. Incorporating Zen thinking is truly the most powerful form of self counseling. Zen isn't just about sitting, everything in your daily life can be practiced. 1. Cleaning. Zen, an article in The Guardian notes that Zen minimalism and cleaning, tidying up, have a positive effect on mental health. A messy room stresses the brain. Instead of thinking of cleaning as a chore, think of it as a time to cultivate your mind, focusing on each movement of your hands. 2. Mindful eating. The same goes for eating. An NPR article explains that mindful eating, which involves focusing on the taste and texture of your food rather than staring at your phone, can help you feel fuller and improve your health. 3. Pain control. Finally, here's some surprising data. According to a study in PubMed and an article in Greater Good magazine, Zen practitioners are able to control their pain sensitivity. This isn't because they ignore pain, rather, they let go of the emotional responses of unpleasant or disliked to it, allowing them to process only the pure sensations. This technique can be applied not only to chronic physical pain but also to emotional pain. Did you enjoy this video? From evidence from Harvard University to daily cleaning, Zen is by no means outdated. It's a rational method for protecting the modern brain. In English speaking countries, emphasis is placed not simply on the benefits of Zen meditation, but on its practical application in today's stressful society. Why not start by counting your breath for 3 minutes a day? Finally, imagine this: our minds are like the surface of a stormy ocean. The waves' emotions can be violent and turbulent. However, if you dive deeper through Zen breathing, you'll find a tranquil depths. No matter how turbulent the surface, there is always a quiet place deep within. Zen is a map that shows you how to dive into that calm, deep sea. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and like the channel. So see you in the next video.